today we're gonna talk about expensive and budget hacks as a UW student that you would get if you're coming to university, either like any particular university, but specifically we're gonna talk about University of Waterloo students because I go to Waterloo, so I can provide you with some tips that will be helpful for you to manage your student budget and live smarter on campus. So let's start.
Let's go for it!
Groceries. Walmart is like the best place to get groceries for majority of the stuff like chicken, vegetarian items. And one good thing about Walmart is during like winters when you don't want to go out that much or it's really hard to go out, you can opt for their delivery pass. Now, good thing about Walmart delivery pass is if you sign up with your student email, you get like 6 months of the delivery pass for free, like a 6-month free trial.
It's free real estate.
And along with that, if you shop for 75 or above, you can use their coupon codes. It changes every single term. Like currently for like spring term, it's spring 60, so you get like $15 off if you purchase 75 and above. And a bunch of local stores in Waterloo you can check out are Freshco would be for students who like Indian snacks a lot, so a bunch of like Indian items would be there, like paranthas, gravies, kathi rolls. And Sobeys and Zehrs is also like a supermarket which is more on the high price end, because I've seen like the same stuff that is at Walmart and at Sobeys, but Sobeys has like a much greater price. Along with that, there's also T&T for Asian students, so they can buy a bunch of like Asian stuff, mainly imported stuff from like Singapore, China, Japan, and other kind of places that you would normally miss. Oh yeah, and it also depends like how much you eat, because for me personally, because I eat a lot, my weekly expense for Walmart is basically $100 per week. And if you like to eat out a lot, there's DoorDash and Uber Eats. Those two are like my favorite ones because they give a lot of like offers compared to Skip the Dishes that doesn't give out like that much. With DoorDash and Uber Eats, if you sign up with your student email, you'll get like a 30-day delivery pass or like a Uber One subscription for like a free trial for 30 days. And even the subscriptions are like much more cheaper. So I would recommend, if you are going to like order a lot, basically like get the trial and like the subscription. And there's a lot of like offers, like buy one get one, I think would be by far the best ones to order from these apps. And student discounts, especially if you're coming on campus, it's your first day for any campus in Canada, I think. You get back to school discounts as a student. So if you want to buy like new tech stuff, like a new MacBook, like a new laptop, you get back to school discounts. Apple also does back to school discounts. A bunch of other places do too. And there's also, if you want to like buy clothes, if you want to buy clothes at a cheaper price, and a bunch of other stuff too, you get back to school discounts for every single thing. On SIM cards as well, you get discounts. Now it's about, now if you want to like listen to music, Spotify and Apple, Nike, they all require a student verification, and then you can get discounts on them for free. Not for free, you get discounts on their subscriptions.
Let's go!
Costco is a pretty good place if you want to buy items in bulk. Now, the good thing about Costco is prices are pretty low, especially for their food. They get a good amount of discounts on supplements like whey protein, creatine, and other type of stuff. The only disadvantage of Costco is you should only buy like a Costco membership if you own a car, because majority of the items are in wholesale. So with Walmart, since it's not on wholesale, you can carry all the bags onto the bus and come to your campus. That's what I used to do before like trying out the delivery pass. For Costco, if you don't have a car, it's not a pretty good deal because you can't carry all that stuff onto a bus. Car is like an essential thing you need if you want to like buy a Costco membership, because it makes the transport much more easier.
You got it, dude.
Then let's talk about housing and rent. Now, on campus with University of Waterloo, you get campus housing that offers a bunch of places I lived in CMH in my first whole year, so that was the Claudette Miller Hall. We didn't cook any of our meals because we were added onto a meal plan, which was quite expensive to be honest at the time. Cooking your meals is definitely cheaper, but it also is a lot of time consuming. I would recommend opting for like an on-campus option during your first year, because you are going to be flooded with studies, making schedules, and especially a lot of things that you're not like used to. So if you don't own a home or live nearby, like some of my friends lived in Kitchener, so they didn't opt it for the on-campus housing because they lived nearby and got the meals served to them. So if you are coming from like Toronto, Vancouver, on-campus definitely would be a better option. And choosing there's also like options where you can take a meal plan and you can opt out. It depends on the building that you're gonna live. V1 and UW Place. You don't have to purchase the meal plan because you are provided with the kitchen, so you can make your own meals. With V1 CMA, you aren't provided with a kitchen, so you have to opt for a meal plan. And the only downside of campus would be the meal plan is expensive and it requires term by term application. So if you're applying for the first time, you get to select like 2 terms that you want to live for, let's say fall and then winter term. So you get a total of 8 months, but after that you have to like apply again, and it gets busier because a lot of students prefer living on campus, so it's kind of hard. For example, if you get CMH for the first term, but in spring you got V1, so you have to transport all of your stuff to V1, and there's also a term break in between the terms, so it's really hard because you have to take out your stuff from V1, book like a place. For me it was like Access Storage that stores your stuff in between those times, and then you gotta take it all out. It depends on how much stuff you can carry. So if you have like a lot of stuff, it's definitely not worth it. You have to carry it all up, do an Uber, take it back to the new place that you're staying. So that are some of the downsides on living on campus. Some of the plus sides would be you make a bunch of friends because everyone is new living on campus. You don't have to cook meals, a lot of time saving, and the most important factor, it's much closer to campus, so you get to classes on time, you don't have to wake up super early and other stuff like that. You also get a dorm on campus which takes care of majority of your needs, so you get a lot of like resources. With CMH we had like an on-site gym, pool area, we can rent out a bunch of games, so it was definitely pretty good. With off campus I would recommend getting like a place that is much closer and much better reputed. Off campus ranges from about $700 a month to about $2,000 a month depending on the place. For Waterloo it's $700 to $2,000. It depends on if you're living alone in a studio style apartment or any other styles, or in like a shared 2-bed 1-bath. It varies as per your choice. The further away you go from campus, the cheaper the options become, but it also makes it more unreliable because the landlords can't be pretty good. If the place is cheaper, like the incident that I had, like fruit flies in the spring term because the place isn't clean, because the building isn't clean, it gets watered down during rainy season. So off campus I would recommend firstly making a group of like 3 or 4 friends, so you can go in together, because you have like friends, you can probably like communicate with them, stay hygienic, place is clean, and you don't have to like find a bunch of other people or random people like stay with. Some popular choices for University of Waterloo students to live on campus would be MyRes on Leicester, then there's Res 1, and there's Icon. So Res 1 has like 4 buildings and always opt for separate leases. If you opt for like group lease, you would be liable to your roommate. So if he forgets to pay the rent, the landlord would definitely contact all of the members of the group, so you would be like responsible. But for separate lease, you won't be responsible for them. Oh yeah, another thing about off campus would be if you are choosing MyRes on Leicester, Res 1 or Icon, you also have to buy renter's insurance, which is approximately I think $20 a month. Now for Waterloo, it depends. Like international students have a high tuition and domestic ones have a really low tuition. It also depends on program that you're going for. Engineering, computer science, those are on the much higher end in compared to like all the other programs. You can also apply for scholarships. You can check on for University of Waterloo or like any other university you're applying. All of the scholarship, financial aid, tuition costs, there are given on the university's website. So have a look at it, go through it. It is much better to plan all these things ahead before like choosing a university. It makes the process much more easier. University of Waterloo also has a student budget calculator, so you can add all those stuff up and get like a full and finalized like monthly expense.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Transportation. Now for University of Waterloo students, we have the GRT pass inside our walk card, like it's included in our tuition, so we get like the pass for free. Not free, but it's kind of like included in our tuition, so we don't have to like worry about buying the GRT bus pass. Go Transit is for Go buses. It's usually when you are planning a trip with your friends or alone, going to Toronto, Hamilton. Weekend pass is a pretty good deal. It gives you like $10. It is for like $10 for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Presto card is the card that we use if you're outside of Waterloo, because the GRT bus pass only works in Waterloo. So Presto card is if you go to Toronto, you would need it for the buses there. And you can also buy like a Presto card from the turnkey desk on campus in University of Waterloo. And for all the other students, you can also apply for a student discount on the Presto card.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was all.